Congress inches closer to forcing the release of the Epstein Files after a vote in the House.
A local couple gets a mean green surprise during a UNT football game.
Big changes are coming soon to the UNT Rec Center. I'll explain what's going to be added and what's leaving.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV Nightly News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on NTTV Nightly News. I'm Jackson Garrett Spring.
And I'm Maddie Holston. Politics in Texas is never dull, and today a major development underlines that. A federal court has just blocked the new congressional redistricting maps that were approved earlier this year.
That ruling could cause a lot of uncertainty heading into next year's midterm elections, not only in Texas but across the country. NTTV's Melanie Garcia is live with more details. Melanie?
That's right, guys. A federal court ruled Texas cannot use its newly drawn congressional map in next year's midterm elections. In a 2-1 ruling, the judicial panel blocked the new map, saying challengers would likely be able to prove the map was a product of illegal racial gerrymandering. Republicans hope to use the map to gain 5 more House seats. This ruling is a victory for Democrats, as it will likely allow them to hang on to their 5 seats in the U.S. House after next year's election. Tonight, Governor Greg Abbott said in a statement that he strongly disagrees with the court's decision and that Texas will swiftly appeal the ruling to the U.S. Supreme Court. This has been an ongoing fight as states led by Democrats have been changing their minds and responding by changing their own maps. Reporting with NTTV Nightly News, I'm Melanie Garcia.
Thanks, Melanie. There's another late-breaking development happening in Washington this evening. Both the U.S. House and Senate voted overwhelmingly to release files tied to Jeffrey Epstein. President Trump promised to release these files during his campaign last year, but has resisted, and in recent weeks, before he says that it's ultimately supporting it now. Maribel Gonzalez has the latest.
On this vote, the yeas are 427, the nays are 1.
With near unanimous support, House members voted to release the Epstein Files. Despite Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson voting yes, he did not mince words ahead of the vote, calling the bill, quote, deceitful and dishonest, arguing it would not sufficiently protect victims of Epstein's crimes.
This legislation that will pass today is flawed and it must be amended. So now we rely upon our partners in the other chamber to get that done.
That chamber is the Senate, where Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer urged members to take up a vote as early as today. Survivors agreed, issuing a message to President Donald Trump Tuesday morning.
I am traumatized. I am not stupid. You have put us through so much stress, the lockdowns, the halt of these procedures that were supposed to have happened 50 days ago.
A reference to Arizona Democratic Representative Adelita Grijalva, who waited 50 days before she was officially sworn in. She was the decisive 218th member in support of the discharge petition to force a House vote on the release of the Epstein case files.
The survivors are the ones who want this bill. And of course it protects the victims because we worked with the survivors in drafting the bill.
President Trump said he'll sign the bill if Congress passes it, even though to this day he calls the issue a, quote, Democratic hoax. I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
The government has reopened, but how long will it take to recover? Since North Texas is one of the busiest airspaces in the U.S., I figured out what recovery looks like when their air traffic controllers are really taking a hit. There's 2 people keeping that plane in the sky, a pilot and an air traffic controller.
Number 215-908, runway 18 left, clear to land, you're number 1.
But only the air traffic controller has been working for the past month without pay.
Once you try to unwind the buildup and the backlog of payments, of administrative overhead that comes with the shutdown, it will take some time to really kind of walk that back. So,
although it's tough, it's not unheard of.
I spent 30 years as an air traffic controller.
25 years as an air traffic controller.
32 years total FAA time.
Paul and Lisa Jenkins have seen 3 government shutdowns during their time on the job, but they say the basic impact is always the same.
So the people come back, and now they try to key in all the payroll stuff, and some mistakes get made.
This time, however, they're seeing how it impacts their children and their children's families.
I have 3 sons doing air traffic. They have worked more 6-day work weeks than not. And you have a job that's already stressful, and then this happens, it's just not the way to treat them.
Although Denton Enterprise controllers are contracted, their FAA experienced manager says it will take months for the commercial airports to get back on track. And he says air traffic controllers need a bigger reputation.
It's a fun job. There's certainly a lot of adrenaline in the job, but it demands attention. It demands dedication to the job, because you don't have to look very far to understand how many rules and regulations we have to deal with.
That's the 46413 Denton.
737.
Just 5 days ago, Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy said our controllers could be paid within 48 hours of the government reopening. As they get back to work, it's looking like government-employed aviation community members will be waiting for back pay for a while.
Well, all this talk about traveling makes me wonder, Maddie, are you driving home for the holidays or flying?
I'm staying here. I might go catch that Cowboys game. What are you doing, Jackson?
I think I'll go back home to my hometown of Tulsa.
That sounds great. Well, let's see if our weather anchor, Gabriella Cruz, can tell us if the last couple days before break will be sunny or not. Gabriella, what are we looking at?
Thank you, Maddie. You know, just last week I was beginning to miss summer, but if you've been outside at all, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I wish I had never even thought about the heat to begin with. Now I'm having to pull out clothes I packed away. Let's go ahead and take a look at what your first look to see what your wardrobe is going to look like through tonight and tomorrow. As for our current conditions, we're sitting at a solid 74 degrees with a feels like of 74, with winds coming up from the south at 5 miles per hour. As we head into this evening, temperatures will dip down into 70 degrees again, so no surprises there. It'll feel like 70 with winds lightening up just a little bit at 4 miles per hour, shifting to the southeast. And as for tomorrow, expect another warm day. We're going to be peaking at 78 degrees, feeling more like 81 though. Unfortunately, there will be a light breeze of 9 miles per hour from the south, and stay tuned for the full weather look to see what the next 7 days is going to hold for us. With that being said, it's back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Gabriella. As students wrap up the semester, the Pohl Rec Center is unwrapping something new of its own.
That's right, major renovations are coming to campus in early 2026. Here's Amber Rapassi with more details. Amber?
Thanks, guys. As students prepare for finals, the UNT Rec Center is preparing for a long-term renovation. These renovations are coming after a 50% increase in UNT student population since UNT opened in 2003. The first phase of renovations will start in January, with the leisure pool and spa permanently closing. After that, demolition will start. Then, in mid-2026, UNT will start construction to expand the facility by 20,000 square feet. The project is set to finish by the fall of 2027 semester. Starting January 2026, you can expect detours, dust, and one serious rec center glow up. With NTTV Nightly News, I'm Amber Rapassi. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Amber. Construction officially started on a new hospital in Denton yesterday. LifePoint Rehabilitation will focus on helping adults experiencing function loss after suffering a stroke, brain damage, or other injuries. The facility is a partnership between LifePoint Rehabilitation and Texas Health Resources. The companies say they aim to expand rehabilitation access across North Texas. The companies announced they plan to open another hospital in Plano next year. LifePoint Rehabilitation will open in 2027 on I-35 and West University Drive.
Up next, we've got the latest on the investigation into a Salina coach.
And why Denton residents are lined out of the door for matcha? Find out after the break.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
Oh, hey! What's up? Nothing much. I'm really bored. I feel like there's nothing to do.
Are you kidding? The MRTS picture show is happening.
The MRTS what?
Come with me.
Okay.
It's a series of free film screenings right here on campus. And there's free popcorn.
Nice. Thank you.
Police in a fast-growing North Texas suburb say they have closed their investigation into a former middle school coach who's accused of child porn possession. Caleb Elliott was arrested last month in Salina, which is northern Collin Country. Investigators say Elliott secretly recorded more than 36 boys in a locker room. The case has led to rumors swirling around Salina. A lawsuit claims that cameras had been installed in the locker room at Moore Middle School earlier this year. Police held a news conference earlier today where they said there's no evidence to support that claim. They also say they have not found any additional victims in this case.
I want to express my deepest and most heartfelt gratitude to the victims and their families. The courage it takes to come forward in this case like this cannot be overstated. These young people and their families have shown remarkable bravery throughout this investigation, even as they face difficult and painful circumstances.
Caleb Elliott's father is Bill Elliott, the Salina ISD athletic director. He has been placed on leave from his job during the investigation into his son.
President Trump is reportedly weighing a plan to relocate FEMA to Texas and possibly tap Texas State Emergency Chief Nim Kidd to lead the agency. Kidd, who previously interviewed for the role but declined, sits on a Trump-appointed review council expected to recommend the move. The potential relocation has raised questions about logistical challenges and comes amid leadership changes at FEMA following the acting administrator's resignation. Officials like Texas Senator John Cornyn are praising Kidd as the state's influential role in federal emergency management continues to grow.
Well, Maddie, all this talk of FEMA and disaster sure reminds me that it's still hurricane season.
Well, luckily we live in North Texas, so we don't have to worry about that. But I'm worried about how hot it is in the middle of November.
Agreed. Let's take it over to our weather anchor, Gabriella Cruz, for more. Gabriella?
Thank you, Jackson. It's hard to believe that we're back up in the 80s again, especially after that cold front that had us shivering for the last 2 weeks. But oh well, what more can you expect from Texas? You just gotta love it. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening across the state. We're seeing temperatures mostly in the upper 70s and 80s, which is certainly pretty warm for a late fall. Zooming in across North Texas, it looks like we're holding steady in the mid 80s with spots like Denton, McKinney, and Sherman all landing around that same warm zone. It's comfortable now, but don't get too attached because Texas is basically like that friend who cancels plans 10 minutes before. Unpredictable. Now, for your 7-day weather forecast. Wednesday is actually looking to be warm and muggy with a high of 82 and rain chances near 70. So keep that umbrella close. On Thursday, temps will drop to 72 with rain sticking around. Friday, sunshine finally returns. We warm back up to 75 and rain chances fall just to 11%. On Saturday, it's looking to be partly cloudy at 72, and Sunday into Monday, that rain from the previous week will move back into 80 and 83% of precipitation. Finally, on Tuesday, the weather will be a little unsettled still with 66 degrees and lingering showers. All that said, it's back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Gabriella. Well, Jackson, this weather is perfect for a walk in Denton Town Square.
It sure is, Maddie. In fact, I saw a heartwarming TikTok video on the nearby plant and matcha shop. Caden Ellis is in the studio with the details. Caden.
That's right, Jackson.
Business is booming for the Brown Thumb, thanks to TikTok star Keith Lee. With 17 million followers, Keith Lee makes heartwarming content donating and publicizing small businesses. He recently stopped by Denton to review and donate to the local shop. Even with slow business, store owner Monique Segovia not only sells plants and matcha, but she also collects donations for families who lost access to SNAP during the recent government shutdown. Following his rave on the delicious matcha to nearly 3 million viewers, Lee donated $4,000 to the store, and business is now up 1,000%. Now, as we near the holidays, this isn't the only sweet treat you can't get your hands on. Starbucks is getting a festive just today released his new frozen peppermint hot chocolate. The Frappuccino-based drink is available exclusively at Starbucks, locations inside Target stores. Prices starting at just below $6 for a grande size. Now, Starbucks may be diving into winter holidays early, but not Heinz. Gearing up for Thanksgiving just next week, TV show Friends and condiment fans alike are thrilled to hear about Heinz's new leftover gravy condiment. The limited edition flavor made with real turkey broth is available exclusively through Walmart's home-style turkey gravy. Well, that just about wraps it up for me. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kaden. Well, with the holidays coming up and finals just around the corner, you can feel the stress levels beginning to grow here on campus.
But there is one longtime organization on campus that NTTV's Kyle Larson describes as a source of light during stressful times. Kyle, what can you tell us?
Thanks, guys. As you said, the Baptist Student Ministry has been on the UNT campus for a long time. You might be wondering, what exactly is their purpose here at UNT? Here's what I found.
The BSM wants to engage college students to follow Christ and transform the world. We do that through outreach on campus, so training students how to reach their peers and have conversations with their peers. We also want to mentor students. So students, no matter where they are in their journey of faith, can come to us and we can try to help them in that journey.
For a leader at BSM, his own faith plays a key role in guiding students.
So when I was a college student, God radically changed my life. And so I just count it such a privilege to be able to continue to work with college students and see Him do that over and over again. That's why we're here, is to be able to say, hey, God has a plan for you. He has a plan to use you for greater purposes beyond your own. That's why I think working with students is so important.
Eric also shares some advice for anyone who might be thinking about joining BSM but aren't too sure.
Come join us. We have a variety of things that students can do to be a part of what we're doing here at BSM. Thursday nights we gather for worship, Bible study, and small groups. Again, open to all students, but they can come and just again hear what it is that we're doing, and then if they want to go deeper with us and with the Lord, then they can join a small group outside of that. They can participate in any of our mission trips. So it's really up to the student how much they want to do and how to get involved. But we want people to feel welcomed, want students to come and join us in what we're doing. So all are welcome.
One of the many great things about the BSM is their strong, supportive community they have built here at UNT. Thanks again, y'all. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Kyle. Coming up, the game day surprise that had a mean green couple celebrating despite the scoreboard.
And what you need to know about what's happening with the vote to increase athletic fees after the break.
TRIO is a federally funded grant program. It was funded in the 60s and it supports student success and student retention. So we have a lounge, computer lab, free printing for our students. We also provide one-on-one advising services for our students, as well as career exploration and prep. Students who are eligible for TRIO include those who are first-gen, low income, or have a disability. They just have to meet one of those three. There are many benefits to being in TRIO. Some of the general ones are the services we provide. The other benefits include creating a sense of community, a sense of belonging, and giving a safe space for students to come. Students can apply for our program by either coming in person and scanning a QR code, or they can also visit our webpage that has a direct link to our online application. And students need to know that we are here to help.
Tuition could be going up for UNT students next school year, but you will have a say in that. The Student Government Association recently added a proposal from the athletics department to the ballot, and voting by the student body is open now.
Our reporter Live Shot Alexandria Teeters is live with more information on how UNT athletics may be changing. Alexandria.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at the athletics department by the DATCU Stadium, where they are patiently waiting for your votes to come in. For the next 2 days, UNT students can vote on whether or not to raise the intercollegiate athletic fee by $2.15 per credit hour for the 2026 to 2027 school year. In the following year, the fee would decrease to $1 per credit hour and then back up to $2 for the 2 years after that. As of now, the athletic fee is $17.85. By the end of these increases, the fee would be $25. Voting in favor of raising the fee would maintain competitiveness, increase student-athlete support services, and help athletics keep up with the updating NCAA and American Conference standards. You can vote online through the Student Government Association's OrgSync until Thursday, so make sure that your opinion is heard. For NTTV Nightly News, I'm Alexandria Teeters. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Alexandria. With or without those added fees, UNT has a lot to offer for students and families. That includes the Sky Theater, which takes pride in showing audiences a whole new world beyond the stars. NTTV's Emily Rice is here with an inside look. Emily.
Thanks, Jackson. I had the opportunity to go to the Sky Theater this weekend, where I got a special look at the different spectacles the theater offers every week. It took me on a trip across our universe. Take a look.
At the University of North Texas, the Sky Theater is one of the many hidden gems around campus for students and visitors alike.
Overall, the UNT Sky Theater is a 100-seat theater kind of dome that we do astronomy in, and we actually do public shows for the students and also for all of the guests that actually come on our weekend public shows as well. General mission is to really raise awareness and also pique people's interest in astronomy. That's one of the major goals.
The theater offers something to all ages in their public shows and is a great way to learn about astronomy from right here on Earth.
It's a unique experience, right? Like, I know whenever I was a kid what a planetarium was and what a planetarium now were kind of like two different things. So now it really is a truly full dome immersive experience. So pretty much anything you can imagine, we can actually put up on the dome, go there, look at it.
The Sky Theater continues to attract all types of audiences and grow in popularity. For many, it's their first step into a love of the stars above us and is an incredible reminder of the vast world of the galaxy we call our home.
The UNT Sky Theater is located in the Environmental Science Building and has reoccurring shows every weekend. You can get tickets online or in person at the UNT Sky Theater box office. For more information, go to the Sky Theater website. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Emily. A pair of Mean Green graduates were met with a sweet surprise when they attended last month's big football game against South Florida. Samuel and Avery Holsaback arrived at the sold-out DATCU Stadium 15 minutes before the game. The day before, Avery, who was 38 weeks pregnant at the time, went to a checkout where the doctor assured her the baby was not coming soon. Samuel says Avery went to the bathroom, and when she came out, her water had broken. The couple rushed to a Grapevine hospital, luckily with no traffic, and 20 hours later, they welcomed their baby girl, Evelyn.
That's such a great story, Maddie. Congrats to them. And we should point out that the Mean Green are undefeated since little Evelyn was born.
That's right, Jackson. And now UNT is ranked for the first time in more than 60 years.
That's so exciting. And there's a lot more going on in the world of Mean Green sports. Haley Stum is here with more. Haley?
Thanks, guys. Yes, UNT football's nationally ranked for the first time since 1959, but that's just the tip of the iceberg for all we've got going on in UNT sports. I'll break down what that means next. Plus, the Cowboys beat the Raiders, how they did it in the face of tragedy. All right here after the break. Stay with us.
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pohl Rec Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
It was nothing short of emotional for the Cowboys' road game last night against the Las Vegas Raiders, the first time Dallas suited up following the death of defensive end Marshawn Kneeland. His passing was felt across the NFL and the community. The Cowboys sported shirts in remembrance of Kneeland while carrying his jersey out to the field to witness their 33-16 win. Dallas dominated the Raiders with quarterback Dak Prescott throwing to the tune of 268 yards and 4 touchdowns. After playing one of their best games of the season, they'll look to carry that momentum into their date with an 8-2 Philadelphia Eagles team this Sunday. It'll be a victory lap for women's soccer head coach John Hedlund next season, as he announced 2026 will be his last year at the helm before retiring. Hedlund is the winningest coach across all sports in North Texas history, winning 16 conference championships in his 31 years with the team. He is one of just 4 Division I coaches ever to record 30-plus consecutive winning seasons, only one of 2 to do so at the same university. The Plano native has definitely left his mark on UNT athletics and hopes to notch his first title in the American Conference before he's done. With bittersweet endings come new beginnings, and picked to finish second to last in the American Conference in 2025, the North Texas volleyball team has been fighting to prove people wrong all year. With their best season since 2017, the Mean Green have not only proved themselves worthy, but also that they're a conference contender.
I never would have expected any of this to be happening.
It's been a Cinderella story for the North Texas volleyball team this season, going from being one of the worst teams in the American Conference to one of the best.
All the credit to the 16 in the locker room. They wanted to win. You know, it's just kind of fun to see when we started practice that they were just really driven and they wanted to get better. And I think they felt that's, you know, obviously it was a big chip on their shoulder too. So yeah, it's all on them going out there and making plays. So
the Mean Green closed out the regular season with an impressive 21-8 record, more than doubling their win total from 2024. Fleming credits his players with the program's turnaround, but they say the new head coach's leadership has helped them reach new heights.
I've never had a coach like Dave. I think he is very just so into us, and like he tells us all the time, it's our team. Like he just happens to be at the head of it, but like he instills so much confidence in us and has so many conversations and just develops us so well, like as people and as volleyball players.
North Texas now looks to put an exclamation mark on their statement season with the American Conference tournament starting Thursday. Proving people wrong has been a focus for the team all year, but with their sights set on a conference title, they've only got 3 words.
We're not done.
For NTTV Sports, I'm Haley Stone. The Mean Green earned the number 4 seed in this year's tournament, taking on Wichita State in the first round. If UNT beats the Shockers, it would be the program's first ever win in the American Conference tournament. North Texas will look to outrun more than Wichita State, however, in the pursuit of the title. I hear there's a similar story with a kid and a bear, Maddie and Jackson.
That's right, Haley. We know a kid who might be the next big track star, but not in the way you'd think.
11-year-old Cole Frazee and his dad stopped at a family Dollar Tree in Markleysburg, Pennsylvania. Cole went inside to see what his dad was taking so long for, and here's what he had to say about what happened next.
I was like, I'm probably going to get eaten by a bear. And when it runs after me, I turn around, I run in the store. I'm like screaming and stuff. This thing was like 1.5 feet away from me. I took a left and the bear went straight.
The only other person in the store was the cashier who helped them all escape. And Cole says all his friends now call him the kid who outran a bear.
Wow. Jackson, what would they call you?
Probably the kid who ran away from women.
Well, that is very suiting.
Thanks for watching NTTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.